What's going on, everybody? MVP Collectables back here again today. Today we will be reviewing the Black Canary premium format figure by Sideshow Collectables. This is going to be the exclusive. Comes with a black Wildcat. So I keep calling it Black Cat. Wildcat poster. Lame exclusive in my mind, but why not get the exclusive? I did get this piece secondhand. So there's that. Do note a couple things right off the bat. One, she did come with broken hair. It broke during shipping. Not the end of the world. I have 2 out of the 3 broken hair pieces. I will probably try to glue them on at some point, but it's not the end of the world. I looked at the images that the seller did show me, and the hair was there, so it definitely did happen during shipping, so it's definitely not anything he did at all. But just so that you guys know, I will show you the 3 pieces of hair. One I don't care anything about because it's really in the back of the statue. You're not really going to notice. The 2 other ones are in the front, and it is going to be noticeable. But moving past that, we will begin this with the art box. So this, of course, is the Black Canary art box. She came out a little while ago, several years ago, I think 2014-15 time range. So I'm just looking at my phone here. But yeah, my first overall impressions of her, I do really like her. However, she does have some issues, including the set aside from the broken hair, which I will get to once. So this will be about a three stage review. My first, sorry about that. Realize you can't see her. The first thing I would do is give you guys my overall impressions, my highs, my lows, and then I will show you guys her detail, starting from the very bottom of the base to the top of her head. Thirdly, I will wrap things up, as well as show you how tall she is. And the last thing I will do, because I consider her really a companion piece to the Green Arrow statue, which I do have as well. I have that unboxing and review already up. Check that out. I will show her displayed next to him, where she will be displayed in my collection. Hopefully I can get her at an angle you can't really notice the hair too much. But we'll start off with my negatives. Biggest negatives, of course, she has 3 broken hair pieces. Not the end of the world. What is a decent sized big deal is the fact that the biggest broken hair piece I couldn't find. I have the 2 other, so she came with 3. I have 2 of them. I do not have the biggest one, which is one of the 2 main ones out here that is actually ended up being broken. I also do apologize for the light. I realize it keeps like focusing and unfocusing. I'm a terrible with light on videos, and I do apologize. But that's going to be my biggest issue overall. My second issue with this piece is her hands. Her hands are very skinny, especially this one right here on her hip. Her fingers are very bony. Maybe this is how they used to all be, and I'm just not used to all of them the way that they used to be. Then again, I do have Power Girl, and Power Girl's hands are I mean, she doesn't really have fingers, but I'm not the biggest fan of the sculpt of them. The paint on them is pretty good. The paint on them, it does look really good, including the joints. The paint detail right here in the joints of her fingers is especially well done. The camera should pick that up. It's very small, but it should pick it up later in the review. So those are going to be my biggest negatives about this piece. Now, Besides that, I don't really have much. I do really like her. Positives. One of my biggest positives about this piece is going to be the mixed median jacket. It's very well done. It's almost it. Now, if you were to ask me right now if I were to take a sculpted jacket or a mixed media, I would go mixed media the whole way. Sideshow very rarely does mixed media like this anymore. It's very well stitched, and it's also movable. Sideshow also wouldn't do this anymore. You can take this jacket and twist it in a way. Oh, I got it before. So, it shows more skin. There you go. Then again, I don't know if you guys can see that too well. Don't worry, I will do it again when you guys can actually see it. This also is movable. You can move the sleeves a little bit. It's just very well done. The base, again, this is going to be the exclusive. Come on, light. There you guys go. It's going to be one of the lamest exclusives out there, unfortunately. But it's better than not having it. So, and if you guys stuck around or watched my unboxing, you guys knew that I couldn't figure out, you get an extra piece here, and I couldn't figure out where it went, and then I realized that it matched the same hole that the exclusive's in. So all that is if you didn't get the exclusive, or if you don't want to display the exclusive, you take that out and put this little rock right there. So, again, I'll display the exclusive, because why not? Maybe. Can't really figure out how the hell that's not in there. Jesus. There we go. So, and then this is just extra, and you can even, it actually just fits, you can just have it on the base, and it just looks like an extra rock. I'll give you guys a 360 here. I am a big fan of the leggings. They're nicely done. It's the same, pretty much the same thing that they did with Zatanna. If you had to ask me right now which statue do I like more, her or Zatanna, I'm going to go with Zatanna. She is probably my least favorite of the female line, but of the females that I have. But then again, I don't think she was ever going to compete for the top spot. I got her basically to go with Green Arrow. That's where she'll stay. Once I do get Batgirl, because I will be getting Batgirl as well, at some point, I will probably switch her and have her displayed and have the Sirens together, because of course I already have Huntress. But overall, I do really like her. The pose I like. It is a little bit out of place because she's like being very, you know what I mean. So I don't know if I would have preferred her like this, or if I would have preferred her, like with her arms up here and screaming, more of an action pose, Canary cry. But we'll never know. Overall, I do really like her. Now, I'm going to show you guys exactly what this piece is all about. I apologize for the moving. Really apologize for the moving camera. Just realize that my cord is caught. Eventually, guys, I will be getting a new camera. But for right now, you're going to have to hang with me. So, we'll start down here. The bottom of the base just looks like bricks. Nicely done. Nothing really there. It's the exact same all the way around. Nothing special there. Moving on up, you get into the stones of on top of the base. I do like that they are pretty, each of them are unique, that none of them are the exact same. You guys can see the hair, the two pieces of hair there. I just set them on there so I wouldn't lose them. All of these rocks are sculpted in, they don't sit on top. One does, that's the collector's edition thing. There's the exclusive, as you guys can see right there. So I'm just trying to get this. There we go. So now we'll go behind her here. And you guys can see the first of the two stones the bigger stones that are along the edge. You got a couple bricks stacked up, a couple broken pieces of brick or rock there on top. Here's the big one, the big stones that are on top here. This is again on the side of the base. Here's the top of that right there. Again, it's nice. It's not the best. It's not the greatest, but it is a decent base. There's the inside of that. As you guys can see, it's close to a boot. I do like how they added this little stone right there on the other side of her foot. I feel like that just is, they didn't need to do that. They did. So, again, the back side. Okay, now we'll just give you one more look at the exclusive here. Wildcat. Of course, this is who trained her. She was trained by Wildcat. All it says is Pugliest something. Wildcat defends championship meta brawl. Something down at the very bottom that I can't even read. I don't know if that says December. I don't really know. But again, now we're gonna move on to her. We'll begin, of course, we'll go up with the boots. Nice. They do have wrinkles in them. You guys can see the lines there on the foot. That's nice done. Good sculpt, good paint. I got no issues whatsoever with the boots. Let's see, you guys can see there a wrinkle that, an indent, which of course is supposed to be there. The side here, side of the boot, the other side of the boot. Just hold on just a second. The back of the boot. I apologize for the light. Moving on up, we'll go with her leg, back of her leg here. Again, these are individually stitched. As you guys can see there, they do move. They go all the way down into her boot, right there, as well as up into her corset or uniform, I guess. There we go. The two legs are the exact same, so I'll just quickly show this leg here. Now I will show you guys one of my least favorite part of the actual statue is this hand. It just looks kind of unnatural. Now I'm not saying it's terrible. I'm not saying it's great. I'm not saying it's good. I'm saying it's pretty bad. But yes, it's a negative. Does it ruin the statue? Of course not. It's still an awesome statue. Excuse me. Moving on up now, as you guys can see here, the stitching's very nice. And it also, as you guys can see here, it does move. Again, I can't get it to go above the elbow. There's of course her thumb. And yes, guys, I know I skipped a section of her, and I will be doing that in just a moment. Midriff, nicely done, good sculpting. You can. I don't know if the camera will pick it up. Yeah, it can. You can see a little bit there. They did a good job of actually making it look like it's stitched. I did notice tiny eensy weensy QC issues in her black uniform. They're very, very small, but they're technically there. I mean, they're so small the camera's not going to pick them up. But okay, now we will go back to this section right here, and this is a great section of the statue. I'll leave it here for a couple seconds. There we go. Back. I don't know how movable the back. Let's see if I can. Okay, you guys aren't able to see this, but okay. So the whole jacket is not technically on her, or not stitched, or not part of the. It's not part of the other. It's not part of the statue. They put it on separately, and you can tell that because it does move, which is nice. But getting back into the jacket and the other hand here is that. What I'm gonna do is I will also remove the head, so you guys can see it without her head. There's the hand again. Not my favorite hand. Seems a little bit skinny. Here's the hand from the other angle. Come on, focus, focus, focus. Okay, I guess that's basically what you guys can get. I would take off the hands, of course, but they don't come off. So they're one of the only statues that don't have removable hands. It all came as one piece, besides, of course, the portrait. Okay, so now I'm going to just quickly remove the portrait, being very careful because, of course, she does have broken things. Okay, so this is what it looks like without the portrait. And what's cool is that I do apologize for keep putting the camera down. But you could probably display her like this. I might even try that. Hold on. I'm actually gonna, you know what? Screw it. I'm actually gonna try that, guys. It's doable. Oh yeah. Definitely doable. Okay. So there's it looking different. I actually don't know if that head's, yeah, it's on. I'm sorry, it just looks kind of different. I actually wonder if that's how it's supposed to be. I don't know. But, as you guys can see, it looks different. It's now the collar's up. I'll display it down. I'm pretty sure that's how it's meant to be displayed. Of course, I will go over her broken ports for hair in just a moment. Okay, so just to show you guys here that her costume can be changed. You can move, you guys see how I moved it over? It can be moved over like that. Sorry, this light is just fucking just killing me, isn't it? Like so. Of course, it's not meant to be like that. Let's see now if I can give you guys a good, there we go. Good look at that. Cleavage, and now I'll show you guys her portrait. So we will begin things with the portrait with the first piece of broken hair. It's right there. Maybe. There you guys go. God, I'm sorry, it won't focus. But I think you guys can see where it's supposed to be. The main piece, the piece I do not have, you guys can clearly see right there. That's the one I'm most bummed about. Because of course, if I even wanted to, I could not super glue it. And then the last one is just going to be right there. I don't care so much about that one because that one's in the back. You're not really going to notice too much. But I'm still not very happy. Again, not the fault of the seller, 100% the fault of the shipper, because I checked out the photos beforehand of the ones he sent me, and all 3 of those pieces of hair was there. So that's the statue. I do like that you can change up her coat a little bit. I will probably change some few things. You know, she doesn't have switch outs at all, so just to, you know, change things up a little bit. I like to do that from now and again. But overall, guys, I do really like this piece. I do think she will fit very nicely in my collection. She will go directly next to Green Arrow. I don't know exactly how I will display her. If I will display her straight ahead, or if I will display her looking a little bit at Green Arrow. Again, I will probably figure that out and then show you guys in the display later on in this video. My overall rating of this statue, that's hard to say. If it wasn't for the broken pieces, I would probably go low 8s. Do note, I don't give out 10s. I don't believe in, oh, the movie's good, 10 out of 10. You know, I don't believe in that shit. I've never given a statue 10. I won't ever give a statue a 10, because then it would be a perfect statue, and I don't believe there is a perfect statue. Like, to be amazing, like, Green Arrow wipes the, like, is definitely a better statue than she is in almost every aspect, and he's in the high 8s. So she would have been in the very low 8.1. With the broken hair, she's going to be in the mid 7s, 7.6, 7.8. But definitely, if you get a good price, I would say a good price should be anything lower than $500 for this piece, coming from eBay or the Facebook groups. Do pick her up, especially if you are like me and you're collecting the female DC stuff lines. I got her. I do have one other statue, female statue I want to get. That is, of course, is the OG Batgirl, exclusive if I can. I was actually very close on purchasing the Batman statue collectors, Chris Michael, and I decided at the last second not to, and then someone else did, or I asked him about it and we talked for a little bit, but sorry, excuse me. Definitely get her. She will go very well in your collection. Again, 7.8 out of 10. I'm now going to measure her. I actually have no idea how big she is. She is around the same size as the rest of them. I think she's a little bit smaller than Huntress and Zatanna. Okay, she is about a little bit over 21.5 inches. So she is, yeah, probably right in the middle. On the smaller end, I believe. Zatanna's 23, I believe. What's her name's like 22, so she's pretty close. She would be, of course, be taller if she wasn't doing her hunched over look. She is very attractive. She is a very attractive piece, very sexualized, but Another positive about this piece that I didn't actually mention, I don't know if the camera did pick it up or not. You know what? I'll let you guys see the portrait one more time because that's what I'm talking about. Sorry for the moving camera. You guys see the gloss on her lips? The lipstick. I am a fan. Oops, sorry, I just realized I'm blocking it. I am a fan of that. Sorry guys, the shadow's killing me here. I am a fan of that. Overall, the portrait is really good. Best portrait of the females I have? No. Second best? No. Back to her. She's awesome. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a couple minutes. I'm going to move her upstairs, and I will let you guys see her next to my green arrow. So stay tuned, guys. Peace. Okay, and here she is. She's there. Green arrow is there. Best display options for them? No. Decent display option? Yes. They are displayed next to my Wonder Woman. You then have that beast in the middle, Prime 1 Deathstroke, as well as the 4 Gotham ones, Poison Ivy, Harley Quinn, Huntress, and Joker back there in the back. But back to her, there's the Black Canary premium format figure by Sideshow Collectables, next to the Green Arrow premium format statue by Sideshow Collectables. These two look fantastic together. I'm a fan of that display option. Don't notice her hair is broken whatsoever. So, yeah guys, please like, share, subscribe, do all that good shit. I do apologize for the light. Skull Vikings. Until our next video, guys. Bye-bye.